What's going on, good people? It's your boy D coming at you with another episode of the DA Experience. I got another review for you guys. You know, I'm trying to do every week. Every week. I think I missed 1 week, but I made up for it with another video because I did two last week. But I digress. Have you ever gone to the movies and seen a trailer for something and said, that looks dumb? There's no reason I should go see this movie. Well, because I'm going to see a movie every week, I got to see the trailer for A Quiet Place at almost every single movie I went and saw, and I'm sitting there like, this movie looks so stupid. Why would anyone gonna want to go see it? I have never been so wrong about anything in a long time. I got to check out A Quiet Place this weekend, starring John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, who, as a selling point, which I didn't even pick up on until like a week or so into it, they're actually married in real life. So I think this is the first time they've starred in a movie together, and I've heard some rumors that he might have had something to do with the writing of the screenplay or directed it. I'm not sure, but whoever directed it, they did a great job with this movie. I was pleasantly surprised. It's a horror movie, but it's not a horror movie because the cast in the movie is mainly 4 or 5 people. So you're sitting there watching and you're wondering what's going on, but they just drop you into this universe. It's not a lot of exposition of what's happened. They leave it up to you to figure it out, but they do such a great way of conveying it. This is probably one of the most original movies I've seen in a long, long time. The way they tackled the monsters was great. The way they tackled this family environment, all of the acting was great. And I can't say anything about the writing without giving anything away about the movie. It's so interesting the way they did it, but the way this family communicates and shows how they live in this world where pretty much they can't make any big sounds. So they've found a lot of go-arounds for this. Like, you know, you've seen, some people have probably seen the trailer, so I don't want to give it away, but they found a lot of go-arounds for what's happening, and then stuff is going on in their life, and they have figured out ways to get around this, or they've come up with ideas of what to do. And you get little bits and pieces about how things work, but it's just this universe, and you want to see more and more of how they got to this point. It starts off like 3, 4, 5 months into it, and you already have an idea that something bad happened, and now this is the status quo. This is how things are. We don't know why. We just are in this with them, and we have to go along. The use of sound in this movie was great. If I had to give it any type of downside, is that they went to the jump scare well one too many times because of the fact that the way sound is used in the movie. When something does happen, it kind of throws you off real quick, but then they did it like one too many times. But other than that, it was fine. The monsters they created, some people might not like it. I love the way they are. They're legitimately, to some people, they're going to be terrifying. I've seen enough horror movies in my day and age that I'm not really scared anymore, but I felt that this was something original. Like, okay, I haven't seen anything like that before. And they have this scary feature about them. Some people might find some stuff about them a little funny, but I love this movie. I don't say that a lot, especially this year, but this is probably my third favorite movie this year, behind Ready Player One and Black Panther. I love this movie from beginning to end. Another downside, unfortunately, is it's only an hour and a half long. So if you don't want to pay, you know, $10, $13, $14 for it, it's only an hour and a half. You may have to wait for it to come on Netflix, but this is definitely something you want to see. Definitely believe the hype around this. Another qualm is there's a little dust ex machina in the movie. You know, something happens or they use something, and you're kind of like, really? Okay. But you get over it very quick because of when it happens in the movie. Definitely go check this out. I keep saying because I'm like, my mind is like racing on what I want to talk about, but I can't really talk about too much without spoiling the movie, and I don't want to spoil this for anyone because no one spoiled it for me, and it made it such a great experience. It's an experience. That's the part I loved about this movie. It's not like a lot of movies where you just go see and you're like, okay, that was good. No, they made this movie an experience. It is literally one of the most tense movies I've ever seen in my life. That's why it's not really a horror movie. It's more of a thriller. It's more suspense than anything, because I'm like this in the theater. Like, nails are into the wood. It's that tense at points. Like, I quated. I don't know where I'm left here. I go back to the first couple of seasons of The Walking Dead with the amount of tension is created. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead show, you know what I'm talking about. That show could create some great tension throughout a whole episode. And they did this for about an hour and a half, you know, about the length of a special episode. So I definitely recommend going to check out this movie if you get a chance to. If you've got some free tickets or pass, this might be the movie you want to use that for. I would understand if you waited for it to come on TV or come on Netflix because of the cost, but I almost want to say it's worth paying for just to see this movie. Definitely believe the hype. Next up, I don't know what I'm really going to see. There's nothing too tough coming out the next couple of weeks. I know Super Troopers 2 comes out, and it comes out on 420. So I definitely want to check that out next week. After that, I don't think there's anything too. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, week after that, Avengers comes out. So last 2 weeks of this year, some people said I should see Truth or Dare. Some people said avoid Rampage, which I was going to originally go see this weekend, but wound up seeing A Quiet Place instead. And then you got Solo, which the new trailer for that looks The new trailer for that looks really good. I didn't like the first one, but they definitely nailed it with the second trailer. Makes me more intrigued to see the movie. And then Deadpool 2, of course, looks like that's going to be really good. Later this year, I'm not sure if anything big is even coming out after that. I saw the new trailer for Ocean's 8, and I was let down. I'm like, the first trailer was actually pretty good. This one looks kind of stupid. So I'm not sure how good that's going to be, but, I'll give it a chance. So in closing, definitely go out and see the Quiet Place. See A Quiet Place. I'm going to give it. Hooked up on what I was saying right there. So in closing, I'll see you all at the movies, and here's hoping it's a good one. Peace!